Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be discussing performance in the export action in XAF. So we have come across this issue more than once. Basically most of the time it relates to the ORM design of the customer. So we have been able to fix that just by modifying the design but rewriting some part of the code, using explicit loading, using any of the tools that we have discussed extensively in our performance community stand-up, in our data access video that DevExpress has in their channel, and so on. But so we have even done quick fixes, something like workarounds, like telling them, hey, if there is more than 4,000 records, and this is just a random number, but that's based on trial and error on actually a quick research, the exporting will take too much time, so please use filters to only export what you need. But there are cases that they need to export the whole customer list, for example, and they needed to do it now. They cannot afford waiting for redesigning their ORM or changing a huge part of their code. So a nice solution that we have come up is that we could use reports to doing that instead of using the built-in action. So we still keep the built-in action because it's really feature rich and being widely used, but in those cases that we have this really cumbersome ORM that is going and bringing data for 7, 9, 12 tables, 200 tables, I don't know, it's doing crazy data loading that it doesn't need. So we have used reports to come up with a more efficient solution. And this is our custom export action. If you click see, I click export and download the customer list. In this case, it's just 3, but I'm just showing the how it works. So we can open it. Just give it a second. And you see that we have right here our customer list, and right here we can do anything. Again, it's even because it's a report, we can change color, change the font, and do any other things that we can do in the report. Now, how do we achieve that? And this is the part that I want to show because I think that is really neat. So basically, in our export action, we are taking the grid list editor and we're finding the visible column. So we want to see every column that is visible because that's the list that we want to export. And from here, we are making a list of all the property names, and we use the file name, not the caption, because again, those can be changed for the UI. And what is the property type? And we put it on a list. And with that one, the first iteration, if you can see it here, it was actually ourselves manually doing a query, select all those properties and from the table that we want, and then doing an execute query. But the issue with that was like when you have like relationship, then we have to deal with joins, go to the invoice table and bring me this whole thing. So we just to move away from that, and we decided to create a data view. And if you see here, we basically are creating a data view type of customer. We pass all the fields that we got from our two lists, from the property names and property types. And with that in our hand, we just need to create a report and add that data view as the data source of the report. And the report is created completely in code. One thing that is good to mention is that make sure that your action has the expose back required, because to be able to download that, you will need that. And that's it. The performance is greatly improved with this methodology, and you will have a client happy that at least from now cannot do or undertake a huge modification in their design. I definitely will recommend at some point taking a look at that, why it's taking so long and why the performance is being not optimal, but in the meantime they can continue to use the application. Alright, thank you for sticking with me until the end, and see you in the next one.